Hello Pisces, welcome to your offering. My name is Andrew, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Allow your own intuition and your own discernment to serve as the other half of this reading, Pisces. Allow yourself to be a piece of it. Do not hold me on a pedestal or do not receive any readings online without allowing your own intuition to serve and for you to actually take these messages and do something with them. So take what needs to be taken and leave what needs to be left. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of loving light. We call upon you at this time. Allow us to tune into messages for Pisces. Allow their guides, angels, and ancestors to dictate the messages as they are the ones walking with them and they deserve to be heard. Allow me to serve as divine channel within my service. Thank you. Archangel Michael, please protect against any distorting energies and or intentions. Guard us. Escort these energies to a place of evolution or dissolution now or whenever they may interfere. Archangel Raphael, sit within my heart. Archangel Gabriel, sit within my heart, allowing the Christ conscious frequencies of love, oneness, harmony to be the ground of which we stand upon in this divine exchange. Thank you. We are open to receive and we are very blessed and thankful. Pisces, I have this energy for you of like, where do I start? Where the fuck do we begin? Find the fire is what I heard. Find the fire within. Pisces, one of the last sort of, I guess you could say, elements in your, it feels like your collective, before I go into that, just want to remind you, regardless what signs are in your chart, while you're watching this, allow yourself to receive this with an openness, okay? But it feels like those that I'm connecting to right now, you Pisces, are at a place where your alchemical sort of guidance or education in life and the elements, the last element for you to perfect or for you to be a student of is fire. And with the water, there's something about you being able to hold the whole ocean, Pisces. So it's like you're holding the whole of it, like all of it, all of the awareness, all of the knowledge, all of the wisdom, all of it, right? But you don't necessarily know where to start. But you've done so much work to get here. You've done so much work to emerge as the authentic self that you are. But what happens when you got to kind of do it on your own? Is what I'm hearing. And because of that, you're looking for a fire. You got to find this fire. And this fire, it is about starting somewhere, right? Think about, I hate to use this analogy, but think about a forest fire. It starts with a spark, right? Where is your spark that begins the fire, right? Where is your drop that begins the ocean, right? Where is that energy? And it's like that first step is what I'm feeling Pisces is struggling with here. Because you know what it is that you desire, but you don't know where to start. And you're overwhelmed by the wholeness of it. You're overwhelmed by the full vision, right? And this goes back with one of the messages that I offered not too long ago in a collective reading where it's like, what is calling you now in this present? What is drawing you in? With the lovers in the reverse, Gemini energy, it feels like this is a side of you that has struggled to move forward in this entire time. This is an integration. The feminine is representative of that fire in this energy. The feminine is the destructive force. So what needs to, I don't even necessarily know if anything needs to be destroyed as much as a spark is needed, right? That's not even for now. The fire will claim what it claims. It will cleanse of what it needs to be cleansed. This is a natural God-given fire, okay? This is not an artificial, governmental created fire, okay? This is real. Because I know you Pisces be tuned into that stuff too. But it starts with the willingness and permission. It starts with cleansing yourself of the ocean, right? You don't need to, when you go to the beach and swim in the water, you need to cleanse yourself of that salt water. You spend a lot of time in the ocean, Pisces. The mermaid that you are. And now you're on land. Now you're experiencing life in the world as an individual walking in your own experience. And because of that, you need to cleanse yourself of the salt water. And what I mean by that, swimming in the ocean, is like you've been so tuned in to the whole. to the picture of the whole. That when it comes to actually being an individual, individualizing yourself and beginning a spark of something, you got a whole ocean of water that is trying to extinguish that spark. So get out of the ocean. Step onto the land. Feel the sand beneath your toes, between your toes. Feel the sun on your face. Feel yourself receive the heat of God and love and light that is already present. And that's what's going to kind of set you up, because it's with Pisces, you guys just want to know where to start. Whatever it is that you're trying to start, you're trying to figure out, what do I start here? What do I do? Do I start business-wise, romantically, whatever? The Knave of Wands in the reverse, right? Feeling like you're a failure at this, right? You've been set to go to law school and you can't seem to get your shit together or figure out what's going on. You feel like you're always catching up. No. No. It's like wherever it is that the analytical and the mental spaces combine with this ocean energy of like the wholeness of being tuned into the full vision, right? So you're tuned into very tuned into what it is that you desire, which is a good thing. So you're tuned into like the full gravity of what that love is, of what that business is, of what that next thing is, right? But what happens if that full image is so intense and so potent that it almost trips you up in just that first step of building, right? It's like, you want to build a pyramid, right? But you start with that first foundation. You start with that first brick. You start with that first stone. That stone that is cut to perfection. But what happens when you're moving it and you're like, damn, like I can't even imagine how this is going to become a pyramid. I don't even know where to start. And the divine is saying, just bring yourself out of the hole. Bring yourself into the now. Whenever it is that your mind is bringing yourself to what it is that you desire and what it is that you bring to the table and what the whole thing is going to look like at the end. Okay, right now you have an algebraic formula, and it's x plus x equals divinity. And it's like the divine is saying, forget about the divinity and replace that with x. Okay, start with blank plus blank. Right, what is that? What is that first thing? Let's just try things and throw things at the wall. The imperfection of trial and error is truly the way you begin, and allowing yourself to move past to move beyond imperfection in the name of determination, in the name of what is this word, Spirit? Discipline. Thank you, Spirit. Discipline. Because you're not really planting any seeds. You got a whole Ace of Pentacles. You have a whole lot of stuff to offer. But right now you're only asked to invest one pentacle. You're only asked to invest one thing. You're only being asked to take one step, but you won't take it. With the Two of Swords in the reverse, this is like being indefinitely in a place of like choice, in a place of a crossroads. And so thus, lay your mind to rest. Lay your mind to rest about what it's supposed to be, about what you're supposed to do. You guys are so intuitively tuned in that you're so hypersensitive to things that are not in alignment along the path that are natural. Interesting. So things that are not in alignment on the path. So you have a moment of imperfection, or a moment of a blip, or a moment of a snag, or something that is like a bump in the road, and you're like, well, fuck, I gotta go back to the beginning and start again, because that wasn't perfect. That wasn't what I felt at the end. That wasn't what I felt in the whole ocean of it. And the divine is saying, okay, All right, so you want to be a god on this earth, which you are, but you want to be a god in the sense that you feel that being a god means that you're imperfect. You are imperfect. Live with it. There's going to be bumps in the road. Yes, things are going to feel out of alignment. Yes. Can you move forward anyway? Can you throw things at the wall anyway? Can you throw the spaghetti at the wall, get your fingers all messy and just throw it and let it be? Make that first investment. That first step. And then just allow yourself to move forward in whatever it is you feel guided to do in the moment, and just allow that to be, because right now you're holding yourself in purgatory. You're waiting for the perfect wave, but what if there is no perfect wave? What if there are just different waves for you to try, experience, develop, and develop your muscles to be able to ride that wave and surf? And with the 8 of Swords in the upright position, this is like you freeing yourself from the confines of your own intuition. What happens when your own intuition makes everything so defined that everything else pales in comparison? Can you still see the beauty in what is beyond your mind's eye? Ooh. Can you see the beauty in something that is beyond your mind's eye? Meaning something that has its imperfections. In your mind's eye, it looks all glowy and pretty, but when you look at it, it's got some ugly to it, and that's okay. That's a part of it. And this is moving you to the end here. This is moving you. This is allowing you to use almost an intention rather than an intuitive notion, but kind of overriding with intention over the intuitive notion, if that makes sense. So your intention is driving this. Your intention is moving you forward with this Knight of Swords, and therefore the spark and the fire, and putting an end to stagnation. What else do we have for Pisces? Pisces is something also about wanting to avoid conflict, wanting to keep it precious to yourself, because if it's precious to yourself in your vision of perfection, if it's precious in your dreams, then bringing it into the real world makes it vulnerable to individuals that want to hurt it, that want to extinguish it, that want to deflate you. But what are you holding space for? What are you afraid of? To be seen is to be seen, and that's the essence of vulnerability. So to be seen in your contribution, to be seen in love, to be seen in all of these different ways at which you don't necessarily always allow yourself the space to. To be seen, to be received. And what happens when you move forward in that imperfection? What happens if you're driving down that road with the bumps and the lumps and all of that, and you keep going and you allow yourself to giggle about it? Like, I didn't expect this, but okay, this is fun. What's gonna happen next? But it's your trauma. This is like where your superpower gets the better of you and works against you at times, where your full definition of what it could be interferes with what is. And what is needs space to grow, to move out of stagnation so that it may move forward in its own. There's something about the gap between what it is that we perceive in our own intuition, what it is that we perceive in our visions, versus how things come into fruition, right? There's an ugliness or a gruffness, a roughness to creation and life. When a child is born, it's messy. Okay, a lot of complications, a lot of things going on there, a lot of pooping, okay, a lot of things that happen that that are apart from the beautiful vision of having a baby and a child and a perfect being for you to parent and guide in this life, right? That's the untainted, perfect vision of it, right? But there's a whole other side of it. There's a whole other shadow aspect to it. And that's the aspect that you have a hard time living with. And that's the aspect that I would face if I were you, Pisces, because that's the aspect that is going to allow you to take all of your wonderful visions and bring them into fruition. Get your fingers dirty. Throw the spaghetti at the wall. You have every ability to do so. You are primed for this time. And so thus I leave you in the divine light of the divine creator. If you would like to book a session with me that is more individualized to your current experience, you can do so by looking at the information in the description box for my website, as well as you can email me at andrewsintuition.com, and I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.